practice the other day and talking to you guys?
Oh, it's great. We always talk about our tradition here, and you heard me speak earlier in this year about the people that supported and played here and coached here. Have left a heritage for us that makes us special, and I thought it was great for Coach Weiss to come out and our players see what I'm talking about when I mention that. Just for what he's done for our program and what he's meant to our program is big time, and we got to use that and continue to build off of his legacy and what he meant to WKU. And I told the team the other day, if we can all be half the man that Coach Weiss is, we'll all be all right. We'll all live a good life.
As players, the same thing about just, after going through 3 weeks of training camp, it's finally time to actually. I know you've been prepping Austin Peay a little bit, but that's kind of the sole focus right now, and you kind of fall into a routine now. How big is getting into a routine for a football team, I guess?
I think when you first start off in your program is huge because everyone doesn't know exactly what you're doing. But I think now with us going into year 3 and understanding what we're doing, it's a little easier to get into the routine that we do, and it's fun because you've been working this all off season and summer and training camp for this opportunity, and now here it is right in front of us. And I think everyone was excited, which they all do on the first week, and we got a chance to go out and an opportunity to go out and do something we hadn't done in a long time around here, and that's to try to start the season off 1-0.
How much have you prepped for Austin Peay? I mean, I know you'll hit it heavy this week, but what all have you kind of looked at so far?
We prepped a lot for Austin Peay. Last week, we showed our guys some things. Again, we're not taking this team for granted. We're going to prepare just like we prepare for anyone else with them, and told our guys I want them to know Austin Peay inside out. Everything they do. I think that's what it's going to take for us.
Chad asked a question to them about the last 2 times you guys have played a 1AA team here at home. You've lost. Any concern that they'll overlook these guys at all?
No, not at all. We're not in a position to overlook anyone. Because of those things you just said. The last 2 times they've beaten us, and we know they're capable of doing that if we don't come ready to play. So I think our guys will be locked in. It's a different football team, and I think our guys are mature enough to go in and understand that this team is capable of beating you if we don't bring our A game. And again, we're trying to get away from all of that. We're trying to bring our A game every week and put that streak to an end. I think once we do that, then I don't think there's any more streaks out there. We got to worry about. But it's important that we come out and take care of our business and create national identity. And you can't do it if you don't start off right. And our guys understand that. And say last year's game against Indiana State was brutal to all of us. But I look at it, I think it was the best thing that happened to our football team at the end of the day, because I thought it brought us closer and made us understand what it was going to take. And who to say we win that ball game, what the season will end up in. But I think that was the best thing that happened to our team, and hopefully that's just part of that whole process that we had to go through in order to get to where we want to go.
Any chance you'll bring up Indiana State this week when you talk to the guys?
I don't think I have to. I think our guys understand. We're going to talk about Austin Peay, and playing Austin Peay, and we got them here. We talk about taking care of our home. Don't matter who we're playing. We want to win at home. Anyone come in here, we got to take care of our home. I don't care who it is. And fortunately, it's Austin Peay, our first game, and that's our goal, to come out and take care of our home. Come on, you guys got something more. Come on, it's the first one. You got to.
They run a spread, don't they?
Not much. They'll get in some eye back and do some of the things we do and run downhill a little more. They have a little fullback in there and do some out of 2 tight ends. They're not much spread now. In passing situations, they'll get in some spread stuff, but you see them try to run the ball a little more, play action, nakeds.
I think that'll be good for the defense then, because that's what they've been watching the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think it'll be great for our defense, even better than what they've been watching. Because we, like Jack said earlier, we do a lot of shifting in motion, and then, these guys don't do as much. So, but they they've seen everything they're going to see against Austin Peay. They've seen it throughout practice too. So respect for those guys to come out and play well.
Are they a fairly? I'm not honestly not sure. Are they a fairly veteran group of guys, or I mean, what can you tell me about?
Well,
them?
I know on defense they have about 3 seniors. I think there's a pretty young football team still. They got a lot of guys back from last year's team. I don't see a lot of seniors on there. You look at that program, very similar to where we were a couple years ago, and they're building their program now, and I think they have a lot more consistency on their staff. It's always a good thing. So we got to come ready to play. We're planning on bringing our A game. We've had a great off season, great training camp. Now we got to translate that to the football field on Saturday.
Do you have a game plan on how you'll divvy up carries amongst the running backs, or will that change as the game goes on?
We haven't come to a conclusion on that yet, but we'll have a rotation going in there, and as the game go on, we'll adjust as that goes. But we'll come to a conclusion on how we're going to rotate those guys in there. But I think you'll see multiple backs playing for us.
See, Dowling's not a starter, but I would imagine he's still going to get plenty of time in this.
Yeah, he's going to play. He'll play in this game, and that's the beauty of it. It goes to show you what kind of depth we have over there, and we got some guys that stepped up and playing ball. So I see he'll play too.
You touted T.J. Smith earlier, not even only in the spring, but also in camp, and obviously he's getting the start in place of Q. Smith. Just what are your expectations for him?
Well, for him and Gavin both to go out and play like they've been playing in practice. They've done a good job throughout training camp, and they've been here a year now, and now it's time to take the training wheels off and let these guys ride, and we're looking for them to show up and show out. We're looking for them to do something, go on the field and make something happen for us. Come on, you got something else.
Are you concerned at all about experience at the wide receiver position? I know you're banged
For
up
us?
there. Yeah, I know you're banged up there.
No, not concerned. Again, they're a young group. They got to get out and play. And again, we've had a strong training camp. And these guys have played, and I expect for them to show everyone their maturity and their experience that they've had in a short amount of time to pay off for us. So I'm really not concerned with that position. I think we'll see some good things out of our guys.
Confident in Jesse Roy kicking the ball?
No doubt about it. Very confident. Very confident.
Okay.
I think he's going to make the whole Hilltopper Nation proud and happy. Very confident Jesse Roy's going to get it done, baby.
Marcus Vasquez isn't on the 2 deep. Is he still, not 100% ready to go?
He's coming around. He's done some good things for us. Hadn't practiced a whole lot, but he's done some good things. Marcus just come off 2 knee surgeries, on the same knee, and we don't want to rush him back. And he don't have an opportunity after this to play anymore. So we got to be smart on what we ask him to do and make sure he's able to make it through his senior year and be able to help our football team. So,
what's his presence been like? I mean, obviously he hasn't gone anywhere while he's been hurt, but I got to believe with him being a senior and these guys, other guys being fairly young, that he's been pretty good for them.
Yeah, and he's been good. And you tell Marcus we're looking for him to be a leader, and show these guys the right way on how to do things. If he's going to leave anything, leave that legacy of showing these guys how to do it. And I know he wished his career would have went a lot different than what it had, but everything happened for a reason, and he still have a chance to affect his football team in a positive way, on the field and off the field. And we're looking for him, and like we do with all of our seniors, to be a big-time leader. And he has an opportunity to do it in that group, and that's something that group is missing. So we expect that from Marcus, the receiver group. LT Houston Smith Stadium should be the place to be, and we got to get all of our students to stay here. We can't let them go back home on the weekends, especially this weekend. We just got to school. No one should be going home this week. Stay here. Come to LT Houston Smith Stadium. Show up and show out. We're going to make it a snake pit.